What up, guys? Austin here, giving you a Pokemon battle against Cim3, the Pokemon Wi-Fi chat. So, at the beginning of the battle, he leads off with Swampert. I lead off with my Terrakion. Terrakion was the best lead. Looking at his team before, it could hit everything but Terrakion. I didn't know what kind of Swampert this is. If he led, I was thinking he'd go ahead and go for the rocks first turn, knowing he can take a hit, but he doesn't do that. He goes straight for the waterfall. And unfortunately, I switch out to my Gengar, and he takes a massive hit. If he predicts to disable, I want to go ahead and get Waterfall disabled, so he really can't hurt some of my Pokemon that switch in for fodder after this. But he goes for Waterfall anyways and doesn't do anything. But I substitute, thinking he may switch. Maybe he doesn't have any move besides Earthquake, but looks like he's a physical Swampert and he has Ice Punch. But now I switch out to my Gengar to save it for father later as I send out my Ferrothorn to take the Ice Punch. He takes it pretty well, takes about 25% from a crit, which is really good. And then his Swampert loses HP from Iron Barbs. Knowing that he really can't do anything to my Ferrothorn, even with Earthquake or Ice Punch, he switches into his Togekiss. As I decided to Leech Seed, because I knew if he stayed in or if I get anything Leech Seeded, it'd be good. I would gain 18 HP back, or 18% HP back, and now I'm predicting the Thunder Wave from the Togekiss. So I decided to go ahead and go for the Gyro Ball, because if my speed is lowered, it will bring my Gyro Ball's power up, and it does a big chunk to this Togekiss. But yeah, now I'm predicting him to go ahead and go for the Air Slash. So I wanted to go ahead and finish this thing off. I wanted to Gyro Ball it, but he sends in his Politoed instead, just to save his Togekiss for later, because it can roost most likely. So I go for the Gyro Ball. It doesn't do that much to this Politoed, so I was thinking it would be more defensively Politoed rather than the Choice Specs offensive or any other variation of that. But go for the Power Whip, and then I get paralyzed. And I'm paralyzed for the next 3 turns, which was huge. I could have done so much in those 3 turns. I get paralyzed right here. It might be 2 turns, I don't know. But yeah, he substitutes with his Jirachi the next turn, and I'm paralyzed again. Can't do anything. Thinking he was going to kill me or Iron Head me. But now I have to switch out. Hopefully he doesn't go for an attacking move as I send in my Gengar as fodder. But he decides to Calm Mind, and I know a Shadow Ball will take out the substitute even after one Calm Mind. But if he sets this up right, he could have won. Because there's not much he can do too. There's not much my team do against a sub Calm Mind Jirachi besides Terrakion. If I'm lucky and get the sub out of the way, but he water pulses me, which I didn't I didn't think about, like, why is he using that, but he's on a rain team. It's kind of good to have a water move, I guess. It doesn't really do that much, but that's in my Tyranitar. This is a banded Tyranitar, hence the name Livestrong, like the bracelet band, whatever. Um, but yeah, I'm able to get a crunch off. It does a huge chunk to Jirachi. I'm pretty sure this has 252 HP, since it's called Mindset, but that is a huge chunk. Now he sends in Politoed to get the rain back up, and I go for another crunch. And I was thinking maybe I can most likely kill it or something like that. But yeah, he sends it in. It takes about half, which is why I think yeah it was defensively, and the protect just proves it. But he protects against my crunch, thinking I'd probably stay in, and I most likely will. Yeah, he scalds me this turn, which does a huge chunk with a rain, but I do live with 104 HP, 105. All right, I was one off. All right, so I crunch and uh almost kills this Politoed, but I don't want to lose my advantage of having the um the rain and stuff. So knowing he'd scald this turn and most likely protect next turn, I send my Tarmy to fake a Thunderbolt off just so I can get his Swampert out and I can most likely 2-hit KO or 1-hit KO it with my Hydro Pump, which is what I do right here. So plan goes, Thunderbolt, he protects. Knowing he can't live, he's going to switch to his Swampert, and boom, Hydro Pump to the face. Alright. Alright, so his Swampert dies, and his best counter to my Starmie would be his Ferrothorn, which he does send out. And I'm thinking he's most likely going to Power Whip or try to, hopefully, Power Whip, but not Leech Seed. So I need my Magnezone to trap him. So this is the sub 3 attack Magnezone, but with a little variation I have HP Ice. So I can get a couple of charge beams off on Ferrothorn, then I can HP Ice it away, and if he lives, I can finish him off with charge beam and get a couple extra charge beams, and I can hit dragons, Gliscor if they come in for the counter, because HP Fire really wouldn't do anything to either or of them. Even if I am +6, they would live, but right now his Magnezone, or my Magnezone, is just setting up once Ferrothorn. This is pretty boring. I forget if Camtasia lets you ×4 like certain parts, because last time I tried it, which was about 4 months ago, just my first battle in about 4 months, I won it. I was kind of happy, but yeah, now I keep charge beaming, and then he'll eventually die. And this is Pokemon that sweeps the team. Um, After Swampert's death, I really wasn't worried because I knew my Terrakion could most likely come in and just pound his team with close combats and win the game for me. Um, but I didn't have to resort to that because Magnezone just kills them off. He's setting up his spikes right here. It would be smarter for him to use Power Whip or Gyro Ball because they're 2 hits and it makes my sub go down either or. But now he uses Power Whip. It's not very effective, but we'll take another one. It takes 2 Power Whips or 2 Gyro Balls to take down the Magnezone. If Magnezone becomes more popular, you probably have to use Bulldoze, but I don't see that happening. It's OU, but people really don't think to use it. It's kind of hard to put them on a team, I guess, with all these fire sun teams around and stuff like that. But if you get rid of the Ninetales, it's whatever, I guess. But yeah, this keeps going on. He's about to die from 2 more charge beams, I think, and then I make it so I have a sub and a charge beam and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much the match now. I don't know what I'm going to talk about for 3 minutes. Most of you probably clicked away from the video by now. But yeah, I started up a new channel. My other channel wasn't that big anyways. It was a joint channel, I guess. But I am back. I'm in your face. Alright, some of you might get that reference, but whatever. Alright, his Ferrothorn finally dies. Now he sends out his Wishmacott, decides to Encore me, which I don't know what that really did. It stuck me on Charge Beam, but I'll probably get stronger for him stalling me out a couple turns. I know it only has 16, but 16 is a lot in a battle when it'll probably 2 or 3 hit KO most Pokemon, and Encore only goes 3 to 5 turns, I guess. I'm not really sure, but yeah, his Wishmacott would have survived 3 turns, but he's just going back and forth, subbing and encoring me. He only encored me twice, which sucks, but Charge Beam gets the job done. But yeah, this is about the match. It's about a minute and a half left. Magnezone finishes it off. I'm just showing you the power of Magnezone once you get it set up, because most teams might have Ferrothorn or Skarmory, and yeah, you can set up on both of those Pokemon. Well, you can't really set up on Skarmory, but you can at least kill it with Thunderbolt, I guess. But yeah, I don't know why you would ever put Hidden Power Fire on a Magnezone, you don't really need to kill Ferrothorn, because it really can't do anything to you unless it does have Bulldoze on. So I actually recommend HP Ice to hit Gliscor and stuff like that over having HP Fire, which only hits um, Ferrothorn super effectively. And the other steel types fall fatal to what's it called? Damn, Thunderbolt. But yeah, match come to an end here. His Politoed stalls me again, trying to. I don't know why he stalled me. The battle would have been a lot shorter if he didn't. But I guess this was a good game. First game back in about 4 months, so I think I actually did pretty good. Um, but yeah, hope you like my new mic. Actually, if anyone actually comes back, I got a new Ashtray 40 for Christmas. But yeah, it's been Austin. For Team Total Rain. Peace out.